Hey everyone, Travis Bowman here. Today we've got a super special amplifier to take a look at. This is a 120 watt acoustic amp by Elite Acoustics. Now, there are a lot of acoustic amps out there to choose from, but the guys at Elite Acoustics really like to think outside the box, and I think you'll find this amp very interesting when compared to its competitors. This guy is equipped with 16 onboard effects, a 3-band input EQ, 2 XLR inputs for either a microphone or an instrument, as well as 48 volt phantom power if your microphones need that, and 4 1/4-inch inputs for guitars and such. Now here's a super interesting addition that you don't see that often on other amps, a 9 volt power output if you need it for a specific pedal like a tuner or something like that. In addition to the effects and all the inputs, this amp is also equipped with Bluetooth technology. It's even got this cool little antenna for maximum range on that Bluetooth, and it's also got a 3.5mm auxiliary input if you've got a device equipped with that same jack on your side. Now, the main difference that we're looking at here is the fact that this amp is lithium battery powered, so that's right, you don't need to be tethered to the wall to use this amp. On the website, they state that this amp can go up to 4 hours on a single charge, and I've seen similar results myself. I'm an acoustic fingerstyle guitar player, and when I'm thinking about this amp, I can see it being useful for practicing pretty much anywhere thanks to the rechargeable battery, and I can also see myself using this for some smaller venues for live performances like, coffee houses and cafes, stuff like that. The Bluetooth is also pretty handy. You can use this thing to play a backing track from your phone or other devices while you practice a solo over it. And when you're not practicing or performing, it would be pretty awesome to have this thing blasting some tunes for a pool party or something like that. So we're about to jump into the demo of this amp. Of course, I'm going to use an acoustic guitar for the demo, being that this is an acoustic amplifier, but I'm also going to be using a few other instruments that aren't quite as conventional. So let's get into the demo.
there's definitely a lot of power in this thing, and it's a nice little practice amp for acoustic guitars, but you could also use this in so many different applications, and the more that I think about it, the more possibilities there seem to be. In addition to just, hanging out and kind of practicing, plugged in like I just was, you can also take this thing out on the road with you and not necessarily have to worry about it, plugging into a wall, which is one of the biggest selling points on these Elite acoustic amps in my opinion. So here's a scenario for you. You just want to play some acoustic guitar on your front porch, but you want to mess around with some different effects and stuff like that. Don't have to worry about having the amplifier plugged in. Now for this entire demo that I just did, the amplifier, it's not plugged in. It's running off of the battery, and the clarity is still there. The low end is still there, which is really surprising on a battery-powered acoustic amp. Now, the other thing that I'd like to talk about is strictly for musicians that are doing kind of YouTube stuff like I am. Everybody knows that when you go out into the woods or near the ocean or something like that, if you're trying to do a music video, none of those performances are recorded right there. They're either done in a studio or a bedroom studio like you see here. But the great thing about this is that you can have that Bluetooth capability work in your favor, and because it's so big and it outputs so much power, you can actually take this with you and play your pre-recorded track to mime along with, which is really, really nice. I know the struggles of trying to do that with just your cell phone and using the speaker on your cell phone to achieve a really nice volume, and that's just not the case. If you've got something like this, you don't have to worry about that. It'll be as loud as you need it to be to let yourself hear that recording so you can perfectly get that really nice looking performance. And as a matter of fact, it's exactly what I did in my most recent performance video on the Harp guitar there. You can find that in the card. But I just took this out exactly how you see it, unplugged, used my phone with the Bluetooth capabilities, and I was listening to my pre-recorded performance, and it actually made it really easy. And it's nice to not have to worry about, am I going to be able to hear myself? Do I need to put headphones in? And getting those audio levels mixed together and everything is really difficult to do. But with this, I don't have to worry about that at all. And can we just take a second to talk about how gorgeous the wood finish is on this thing? Now, they've done several different amps in the past and currently, and they have like a black finish, which is really nice, but to represent the acoustic guitar, it's also really cool to see that they've actually got this wood finish, which is super, super nice. And in addition to all that, you can actually make yourself a PA out of these amplifiers if you really wanted to. They've got the holes in here to where you can actually mount these on a speaker stand. So in addition to using this for like a practice amp, you could have this be part of a larger rig. And I mean, they've got angled amps and stuff too, where you can have them as like your monitor. So it's not just a flat box like this. They actually have models that are kind of angled a little bit too. But overall, this particular amplifier, really, really nice, well-rounded sound. I'm particularly impressed by the low end, particularly for stuff like the Harp guitar, which is not necessarily your normal guitar, but it does a very great job of picking up the low end, and the 3-band EQ here really is just as simple as it can get, but at the same time, it gives you a whole bunch of different options and stuff too. Now, I'm a fingerstyle guitar player, so I can't speak for the singer-songwriter stuff, but I can imagine that having a microphone with this setup would be just perfect for some smaller shows. And it's nice that you can actually have that microphone plugged in and multiple different instruments too if you so desired. So I've tested it out for myself and my playing style, and I've used the Bluetooth, like I said previously, for going out and doing a music video, and it sounds great and all that good stuff, but I can't help but wonder what somebody else might think about this amplifier, somebody that's not a super, fingerstyle guitar nerd like myself. So I decided to charge this up overnight, pack it in the car, and take it with me to Renown Music in North Little Rock, and let a couple of guitar players up there have a crack at it and see what they think about that. That's exactly what I did, so why don't we jump to that footage now.
Yeah, just got finished playing the Elite Acoustics amp. Really nice, especially for its size, has good low end. Would definitely recommend, especially being portable with a lithium battery. I would definitely see myself buying an amp like this in the near future.
Right plate.
That's pretty cool.
Not bad for running on a battery, though.
Yeah, not bad at all. Like the delay is pretty sick. with an acoustic guitar, smaller gig, I think it's perfect. You know, so it has like you can mount it right here, the little port or whatever, and the effects, onboard effects, are pretty. Like I said, for a small gig, you know, that's pretty much all you need. Especially if you have multiple inputs where you could put the mic in there.
Yeah.
You know? That's the one thing I don't know about. Rather, if you had the mic, would the effects just be applied to all the everything that's coming out of it at the same time?
I believe you can choose whether or not it goes on which either channel back there, because you got a couple of different channels to work with.
Yeah, you got 2 channels with XLR and line in, and then you've got stereo ends. Stereo in or mono ends for the 3rd and 4th channel for monitors, I guess.
Yeah, they have a
And
pretty
the effects end. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Like, they have the effects end. Yeah.
they have a pretty extensive line of a bunch of different amps of different sizes. So I think the idea is that you could probably use a couple of these for like even a PA system.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. Like this
I
could be your monitor, or it could be, you know, your left or right speaker.
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be an ideal situation, especially some of those guys that like play acoustic guitar and like loop things, multiple things, sending things to, you know, left side versus right side, that kind of thing. I think that would
and that added 9-volt power would be good for like a tuner or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But you said you've got like the speaker thing down there, so
Yeah.
I've seen people even use these as like computer monitors for like recording and stuff like that.
Clarity, there's a lot of clarity there, you can tell. I mean, I'm kind of sitting behind the speaker, but even sitting behind that, it's got like a very crisp, you know, sound to it.
A very acoustic sounding, for sure.
Yeah, very acoustic, you know, very bright. They have the dark rooms and all that kind of stuff. I think right now it's on a bright setting, but also this guitar has like, you know, it's set flat, but I feel like it's a bright guitar anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like with you know, the dark room, dark plates, they have darker reverbs in here. You could probably adjust that for, say, a darker guitar, or if you have a lighter, you know, guitar like such as this, it's brighter. You could go darker with the amp. I feel like I'm just playing CG and F.
Yeah.
You're like, you are, bro.
So overall, I would probably classify this amplifier as being more of a higher end premium amplifier for all sorts of different applications, and that's where you get the most bang for your buck. You have the Bluetooth, you know, you have the fact that you've got all those different kinds of reverbs and delays and stuff on the amp as well. And the biggest selling point is that it's battery powered. It's got a big lithium battery in it, and it lasts for hours without needing a charge. And overall, it's just the aesthetic of it is great. I can imagine a lot of people really enjoying having the wood finish for their acoustic practice space and all that good stuff too. This is one of the more premium amps that they offer. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, I would highly encourage you to check out their website, because like I said, they have several different types of amplifiers on their website, and I would highly encourage you to check that out. You might find something that that'll fit for your setup and your budget. And thanks very much to the guys at Elite Acoustic for sending me this amplifier for review. Really appreciate that, and it was really fun to kind of test this out, especially to take it up to the store and let a lot of people kind of check it out and get their thoughts on it and stuff like that. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about the A458 Elite Acoustics amp, and I'll catch you guys at the next video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.